Hello, this is Llama37. Sorry it's been a long time. I've been bogged down with all sorts of things. A-level exams, stuff like that. But yeah, it's all done now, so thought I'd show you my Atari collection. It's not that big at the minute. Again, same issue as always. 17 years old, no job, not a lot of cash coming in. Anyhow, this is my Atari 2600. As you can see, I have the it's dark back there. It's the 4-switcher Darth Vader model, as they call it. See if it, there we go. Yeah, so you got your power on off, your TV type, game selecting, game reset. I have one of the controllers plugged in. Standard Atari 2600 joystick. It's in perfect condition. I have another one which isn't, but hey ho. I also have the... oh, I'm grabbing all of them there. The paddle controllers. Set of 2. Which is... oh, those controllers are really nice, and I'm breaking my back here, but still. Alright, now the games. So... Asteroids. True classic on the Atari 2600. It may not be in the vector graphics style, but it still plays extremely well. Good condition. Get back in there. Sorry if this is going to take a while. Breakout. The Breakout text labels. This will be around from 1978. You got the Breakout game type and Breakthrough. This is a really fun game. Now the story behind this is I did buy this first time for a £5, but I didn't know, and I can't really call myself a gamer because of it, I didn't know you had to have the paddle controllers, so I traded it back in, but then I got the paddles, and then got this again. So, yeah, but it's a really fun game. Very fun, especially with 2 people. Combat text label, the first game for the Atari 2600. This is 27 different game types there. It's really fun, but you need 2 people. You need to have 2 people. Demon Attack from Imagic. Now in the Retro Gamers Atari book, this is I think number 13 in the top 25 Atari 2600 games. And it is a really fun game. It may seem like a Space Invaders clone, but it is a lot more than that. It's got a good amount of challenge, and it is a really fun game to play. Dig Dug from Namco. This is, I think this port's 1983, and for the 2600 it's actually pretty good. It's like you're not expecting much, and then it just blows you away with it. It's really fun as well. I've put that in the wrong place. How dare you! How dare you! Apologies. Donkey Kong. Nintendo's first big arcade hit. This is CBS Electronics, but I thought this was through Coleco. No? Okay, CBS Electronics. The port plays okay, but it isn't the best version of Donkey Kong you're ever going to play. I recommend a better version. Galaxian, the arcade port from Namco. This again is 1983, I think. Yes. And this plays really well. It's Space Invaders pretty much, but you know, with the swooping down enemies, which gives it a good amount of challenge. And it is hard. It can get very hard. Haunted House. Yeah, I watched the Angry Video Game Nerds review on this, and he slated it a fair bit. But then here in the UK, this game seems to get a lot of praise. And I don't really understand how to play it. So, I do have the manual, but I never read the manuals, because call me an idiot or whatever. Junior Pac-Man. This is a later release. You can tell from the red label, as they're called. They went from text to standard picture to silver to red. And this will be when they were trying to remarket the Atari 2600, so this will be about 1986. And I like these red labels. I don't know why, they're really good. It was to match the 7800, which had similar design, but in silver. What's down there next? Missile Command. Now this is, could I say? Yeah, arguably at the minute my favourite game on the 2600. I've played this on an arcade machine when I was in Las Vegas back in 2010, and it's really good with a trackball. And on the Atari, still plays well. Still plays very well. If only for trackballs, eh? Right, Pac-Man for the Atari. Generally considered one of the worst games ever made. The story goes that they wanted this out in time for the 1981 holiday season, acquired the license late in the year, and they manufactured 12 million copies, only had 10 million Ataris. It was terrible. This is basically the prototype. The guy who made it got a lot of money, and we all got screwed over. But yeah, it's just, if you buy a bundle, like Pac-Man and Combat as well, they're two games you're generally going to get in a bundle. Phoenix, for the Atari. This copyright's 1988, so this is one of the Silver Label re-releases, but the copyright on the game's 1982 when you play it, and this is really fun, but like, that's not how the game plays out. That label's deceiving. But it is fun. It is fun. It's like a variation of Demon Attack and Space Invaders, and there is a lot of challenge in it. You gotta have quick reactions and stuff. Pole Position, again, this is a Red Label release, so this is the later version. According to AtariAge.com, this is like I think 4 or 5 on the rarity scale, just because I don't think many Red Label ones were made. Now, I'm not a fan of racing games generally, and this one, to me, is a bit boring, but from what I understand, in the day, it was a huge arcade hit. Solaris, or Solaris, this was 1986, again, another Red Label, and again, like Pole Position, it's not the fact that it's got the Red Label, it's the fact of the picture. From what I understand, the majority of Solaris, I'm just going to say Solaris cartridges, have a black and white picture, and I've got the colour one. I'm not sure if that has a difference in rarity, but if so, let me know if you want to. This is a really fun game. Very complex, but very playable. They got the best out of the system, I think, with this. That and Pitfall 2, which I don't own, but I have seen. This and Pitfall 2, I think they got the most out of the system. And this plays very, very well. Very, very well indeed. And finally, Trick Shot from Imagic. This is like a pool snooker game. Not the best game in the world, but it's okay, I suppose. I have other... They're the main games I have now. 2 other things. Another Galaxian. Although this is a red. This is a red copy. Got this in an eBay bundle. It plays, but I want to get rid of it. Good. And then Battlezone. This is a very big Atari hit. Plays very well in the 2600, again like Asteroids. Maybe no vector graphics, but it still plays well. Only problem, that. The Atari cartridges are spring-loaded, you see, and they're meant to... Basically, they're not meant to be that far back in. It should be out, and me and my dad, we did fix it. Put it into the Atari. Messed up that TV's entire tuning system. Had to retune all 4 of my systems, so... can have a burn of that. One sec, guys. Sorry about that, guys. Duty called. Anyway, I have some of those games came in the boxes, but I just like the cartridges on their own. Got Junior Pac-Man from the box. Very nice artwork. Leader of the Pack. It's got the manual in there as well. Good condition box. Dig Dug. Boxed and complete. This